Please turn on CC for English subtitles. A decent amount of time has passed between the big Apple TV Plus launch and now. At this point, the streaming service is practically an oldie, with a whole slew of other apps and channels that have moved into the streaming game since Apple announced it would wade into the world of original content. Here is the list of 10 best Apple TV Plus shows that you can watch right now. 10. Truth Be Told. Oh, Octavia. You tired? Octavia Spencer stars alongside Aaron Paul and Lizzie Kaplan in a series that hits all the popular buzzwords of our time. Podcaster who helped solve a true crime is haunted by her past when details emerge that might upend her research. But the execution never quite delivered what the premise promised, and thus, we are here in the worst spot on the list. 9. See. A beautifully shot, extremely expensive sci-fi saga. C takes place in a future where humans are no longer born with a gift of sight. It's an intriguing concept and a good premise for some speculative fiction and fascinating visual storytelling. Unfortunately, the show gets knotted up in its own ambition, with paper-thin world building and underdeveloped characters. 8. For All Mankind. In a time in the real America where tensions with Russia have once again reached a boiling point, you'd think an alt history rewriting the space race with the Soviet Union would make for poignant storytelling. Kind of like the American rockets in this revisionist history, For All Mankind is slow to get off the ground. It's a high-minded slog through the first few episodes until the show finally reaches its point. 7. Defending Jacob. Chris Evans and Michelle Dockery star in this acclaimed mini-series about parents who are struggling with what to do when their teenage son becomes the main suspect in a murder trial. For anyone who was skeptical if Evans had the range following his Marvel stint, take a minute to watch this. 6. Dickinson. This isn't your high school English teacher's Emily Dickinson. In this punchy half-hour comedy from playwright Elena Smith, the iconic poet is reinterpreted through a decisively 2019 lens. Smith's Dickinson is a teenage rebel with an axe to grind against the patriarchy, chafing against a 19th-century society that demands she put aside her literary ambitions to become a dutiful homemaker. 5. Servant. M. Night Shyamalan, You Creep. You Did It Again. Starring Lauren Ambrose, Toby Kebbell, Rupert Grint, and the hauntingly perfect Nell Tiger-Free, the series just finished up its second season. A brief rundown: a couple who has lost their baby in a tragic accident are dealing with the trauma by raising a fake baby. When they hire a nanny to take care of the doll though. 4. The Elephant Queen. Narrated by Chiwetel Ejiofor, The Elephant Queen is a documentary that follows an elephant herd across Africa. Pair a stunning landscape with the incredibly soothing English accent that Ejiofor brings, and you literally feel your blood pressure start to drop a bit. A bit less aggressive than the unforgiving worlds of Planet Earth and Dynasties, The Elephant Queen is Apple TV Plus's most comforting and visually pleasing offering. 3. The Morning Show. Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon's The Morning Show is perhaps the most high-profile venture for Apple TV Plus, with a massive budget that rivals shows like Game of Thrones. That doesn't remedy some of its clunkier moments, as well as eye-roll-worthy dialogue. But beyond the script, the show's impressive cast delivers strong performances, with Aniston and Witherspoon's characters forming an icily charming morning show tag team. 2. Mythic Quest. Rob McElhenney's Mythic Quest exists at the absolute perfect intersection of full of shit and sincere. Set at a company who produces the largest multiplayer video game in history, the story follows the team behind the game and all their hilarious hijinks. But what makes the show sparkle is when it shines a bit of humanity onto its absurd nature. The pandemic episode is one of the rare exceptions that captures the heartbreak and isolation of what 2020 felt like. 1. Ted Lasso. It's the feel-good show on TV right now. Starring Jason Sudeikis as the terminally optimistic Ted Lasso, the series follows the football coach over to England as he's tapped to become the manager of a different kind of football organization. Yes, it verges on cheesy at times, but it never feels cheap. Somehow, the series always manages to lean in the direction of fair and believable, even if the stakes are absolutely so far-fetched that it would never happen in the real world. Thanks for watching. Please leave your thoughts in the comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.